What is going on, guys? Paul James here. Welcome back to today's video. So today I wanted to do something pretty cool. I wanted to share with you guys a way that you can go and make $100 a day by using free websites. And I'm going to explain further what I mean by that. But I wanted to show you here on the screen. These are actually people that I shared this with inside of my Facebook group. And inside of my Facebook group, people went and implemented this. You can see here, Kirk said, I closed a chiropractor deal yesterday for 1K. Vince said, I got my second client, Paul James, for a free website. Again, that's what we're gonna be talking about today. You can see Vince made $900 and David has a testimonial here. Paul James, I landed a client 24 hours after starting. So you're definitely gonna wanna stick around because this is gonna be a really exciting video. Also, that should go to show if you're not a member of my free Facebook group yet, you should definitely go join now. I'll leave a link below for that in the description if you want to join us over there. But really quick, before we get into the video, if you are not subscribed to the channel yet, please drop below, hit the subscribe button, tick the notification bell, because I've got another video I'm going to release here in about 4 days that you are definitely not going to want to miss. So with that being said, I want to actually dive into this entire method and break it down. This is something you can do from anywhere in the world. You can do this as long as you basically have an internet connection. This is something that you can do. And as you can see from a lot of the results I've shown you, the other people who've implemented this, they've made a lot of money, even probably more than $100 a day. And by the way, I'm not guaranteeing that you're gonna get the same results as them. Don't take it to mean that. I'm just showing you what others have done who have gone and actually implemented the method, which is awesome. I love seeing stuff like that, but obviously take that for what it is. You know, these are exceptional results. So they put in the work and they did awesome, got awesome results because of it. So what we're actually doing is we're gonna be looking for business owners who don't have a website yet. And we're gonna be using a free template to actually get them a website up off the ground. And we do this even if we're not a website designer. It doesn't matter. Like, I actually don't know how to program anything. And I'm gonna share with you how we do that. And we leverage free templates. But there are some things that you're going to need to actually pull this method off. And the first thing that you're going to need is a shared hosting account. Now, if you're not familiar what hosting is basically like a server space that you rent that allows someone to visit a website online. So like when you go in your web browser and type in youtube.com, they are hosting YouTube on a server. They probably have their own server. But what we can do is we can rent what's called a shared hosting account, which is a lot cheaper. Sometimes they're only like $3 a month. They run upwards from $3 a month to $10 a month. Sometimes you can even find them for $1 a month. But anyways, we need one of these because what we're gonna do is, even though we're giving away free websites, we're gonna make our money on the hosting of the websites. And what a shared hosting account allows us to do is it allows us to put as many websites on our hosting as we want. So even though we're only paying $1 or $3 a month for the hosting, or $10 a month for the hosting, whatever hosting plan you decide to go with, we can charge our clients, let's say $20 a month, and we can take 10 different clients on. So now we're actually making money off of that hosting because we're managing it all. And because we're doing a free website. So this just makes sense. And this is a great little strategy that I'm gonna share with you how you can actually implement today. So you're going to be giving away a free website to a business owner that needs it. So not only are you gonna be making some good money doing this, but you're also gonna be helping people out, which is great, because normally a business owner would have to spend a lot of money to get a website up. And if we can help them out with our knowledge by going and putting together a free template and getting their website up and customizing it a little bit for them, and then we make a little bit of money on the hosting, it's a win-win, right? So that's what this whole strategy revolves around, is that we're gonna be giving away free websites, we're gonna be making money on the hosting, and you should be able to, if you implement this properly, you should be able to actually get this to be a $100 a day business. And the way that we're going to pull this off is we're going to use a free website builder called WordPress. Now, I'm not talking about like going to WordPress.com or whatever it is. I'm talking about WordPress actually built right within our host. So most web hosting companies will come with WordPress that you can install and you can use it there. So it's like a free software that comes bundled with your hosting. And what this does is it gives us a drag and drop editor. And I'm going to share with you right now how we use that editor so that you can go out there and you can get these clients that will give you money to actually just host their website once you design it for free. So let's jump in and talk about that. All right, so I'm in my WordPress dashboard. And like I said, WordPress should come bundled with your hosting provider. And I will have a tutorial in the bottom of this video description that you can go and look at and it'll go through how to set up hosting if you've never done that before. It's just a free mini series. You can go through it, no opt-in or anything required, and you can check that out if you're not sure how to get to this point. But once you have WordPress installed, this is what our website looks like out of the box. And if at any time we want to, and this is the backend, this is what we see as we're editing things. If we want to view what the actual site looks like, we can highlight over this little home icon and click visit site. And this is what it looks like out of the box. Obviously, this isn't very appealing to a business owner. And I think we would have a hard time just giving even this away for free. So we're gonna go through and I'm gonna show you how to customize this to look like a really clean website in just a few minutes. It's not gonna take much time so that you can actually design websites without really being a website designer, give them away and make money on the hosting. And if you stick around, I'll show you how to make even more money than just hosting by upselling other things. So the first thing we need to do is in our dashboard, if we come under appearance and themes, this is where we can control what template we want to use on the site. And you can see there might be some already installed for you, but if you come under add new, you'll find some other options. And you can come through and look at all the different options. You can search in the search box and search for something specific. But this one right off the top of catches my eye, this one that's called Clean Biz. I'm gonna go and install that one. And because if I preview it, you can kind of see it's kind of what we're going for, like a business website. So when I preview here, this doesn't look like there. That's because it's not quite customized yet. But we can customize it pretty easily, I'm guessing. All themes are a little bit differently, so if you try one and you don't like it, just go in and try a different one. But let's install this one, let's activate it, and let's see if we might like this one. So go ahead and click activate. Now, every theme is going to have this thing that says customize, and you can also access this from the appearance menu and click customize. Sometimes when you install a theme, it'll recommend other plugins. So if you want, you can install those recommended plugins. I'll wait to do that. We'll see where we can get without any plugins, but if we need it, we'll install it later. But if I click customize now, let's first just look at the site to see what it looks like now that we've changed that. I mean, already it's starting to look a lot better just by putting in this free theme. It's starting to look more like a business website. And we'll be able to go through and change this even more to make it look even better by hitting customize. So now you can see when I hit customize, we have a variety of options. We have site identity options, which will allow us to change the name of the site. We can easily change that and say, there we go. So we change that pretty easily. We can change the fonts we want to use on the site. We can change the colors everywhere. If we don't want purple, we can easily change that to red. So we've easily changed the look of the site really quickly just by doing that. We've got different background images. So we can add a background image in there. I'm guessing that'll control this section here, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll kind of get to that as we get going. We've got homepage settings. So do we want the homepage to display our latest post down here, or do we want it to just display a static page? So we can do that if we want. So we can actually go and add sliders on this theme, it looks like, if we wanted to use that. A service section, if we want to add those in. So that's kind of cool. Let's see what that looks like if we enable it. Okay, so it would actually add in a nice little section down here. So I kind of like that. I think that would be pretty cool. Looks like we can even use icons if we wanted to. We would just have to select a page that we want it to link to. Oh, that's really nice. I like that a lot. Let's actually start by just doing that, just so we can get kind of a feel for how this theme works. So let's go and exit back, and I'm going to show you right now how to create pages. So I'm going to talk about this more as we get going in the video, but one of the things I like to do to make even more money on this is I like to include maybe 3 or 4 pages in my initial price where they just pay for the hosting. And what I do for the hosting is I'll charge them $20 a month, maybe make them pay like $200 up front for the year because I'm doing the website for free. And then that will include like 3 or 4 pages. And I'll explain to you how we make more money off of the additional pages. This is how we start to really get up there in price point. But I want to show you, here's how you create pages. You come under pages, you click add new, and then you name your page something. So let's name it, so for a plumber, let's do residential, because they might have residential services, and I'll publish that. Of course, we'll come in here later. We could go and customize things, but I just want to kind of just give you a baseline of how things are going to look. So that one's live. If I come up here again and click add new page, we'll call this one commercial, in case they do commercial services. We'll click publish. So that one's live too. Okay, so now let's go back under appearance and under customize, and we'll go back under this service section for this theme. And again, every theme is going to be a little bit differently. So now I can select residential. Oh, looks like my commercial page didn't go live for some reason. Anyways, you get the point. I can switch the icons. So maybe instead of, let's click here, we can see what icons are available. Okay, so there's a lot of different icons that we can choose from. So maybe we want to do, I wonder if there's like a gear icon. Let's just search for gear. Okay, so this is, it's called FA Cogs for the code. So I would just change this to, instead of magic, cogs like that. And now it should change to those gears. Yeah, so really cool. So I can come through, I can customize things really, really easily that way. Let's try messing with this background image. So first off, we're gonna actually need to find an image to use. And you wanna make sure it's royalty free, meaning that it's free to use. You don't have to pay for it. A site called pexels.com is a pretty good site that you can find a lot of different images. So let's try typing in plumbing and see what comes up for that. Let's just try this background image here. Kind of, it's an old plumbing thing, but it kind of looks cool. So I just want to try it out. So I downloaded it, coming back into my customizer, and I'm going to put it under background image. I'm hoping that this is the right spot for it. I'm not sure if it will be. Select image, and I'm going to drag it in there. Again, every WordPress theme is a little bit differently, so hopefully it goes in there the way it should. And if not, we'll figure it out. Okay, that put it down there. So that was not what I was looking for, so let's take that off. Let's check under slider section. I'm guessing it's probably there. So let's enable it. Let's uncheck enable and see if that's what it was. Okay, so that's where that came from. So it looks like it's pulling this from the specific page that it's on. Okay, so let's publish these changes and let's go back and see how we can add this picture in there. It looks like this one I actually added as a post by accident. So posts are like blog posts, pages are pages. You can choose to add them wherever you want. I typically, when I'm doing a website design for a business owner, I'll put them under pages. But since I put this commercial page under posts, they work the same way. Basically, there's this featured image section right here, right? And with this featured image, that's gonna be what's gonna show up here. So because I already created it as a post, I'll just select it here just to show you. So if we click on that and we set that and click update, I believe when we refresh the site now, there it is. So that's what I was looking for. So that looks awesome. Now I would do that on my pages. I would probably move that post to a page, but you can see right how easily this starts to come together. I mean, I literally started with nothing and already with just a few minutes later, I've got pretty much a done site. Like I would just have to go through and edit the content now. And that's basically it. And the content you would get from the actual client, right? You don't have to make this stuff up. You can get it from them. Okay, so I promised you I would talk to you about how you can actually get business owners to pay you the money for this and how you can actually upsell them even more. So what you want to do, now that you know how to build a free website, is you want to go on Instagram, you want to go on Twitter, any of these social media sites, and you want to look for businesses, and what you want to do is you want to start reaching out to them and offer them a free website. Now, everyone's going to wonder, what's the catch? Why are you offering me a free website? Just tell them you're offering this because you want to build up your portfolio. They just have to pay the hosting. This knocks out objections right away. While you're doing it, you're still making money on the hosting, so they're not going to have a problem with that. And like I said, for the hosting, you can get hosting anywhere from $3 to $10 a month. If you're not sure about hosting or what it is, I'll have a link in the description of my video. You can go check that out and learn more about it. I have a free mini series there. But basically, if you charge them $20 a month, bill them for the entire year up front, so $200, give them 2 months free just for paying the whole year up front, you're gonna make a decent amount of profit on that. And from that point, how can you actually make even more money? Here's how. So I do $100 per extra page. You can include maybe like 3 pages, maybe you include a home page, an about page, and a contact us page. But if they want a services page that lists out their services, maybe they want a residential and a commercial page, you could charge $100 per extra page. So now you've just added on $200 extra there. Or maybe they want to add on a page about directions on how to get to their storefront. You could add on another $100. So that's totally fair. And what that does is it also boosts the value up of your site because it shows them how much this is actually worth getting it for free. The other thing you can do is you can do $5 per month per custom email. So with hosting, they will let you use your own email. So if their domain name is bobsplumbing.com, they could have office@bobsplumbing.com or bob@bobsplumbing.com. What you could do is you could charge them $5 per month for every custom email they want. So if they have a staff of 5 people and they want each 5 people to have their own email address at their custom domain, that's 5 times 5, $25 a month. So that could be a good way to add in residual income. The other things you could do, these are just examples, is you could optimize their Google My Business profile, charge them $500 to do that, or do the on-page SEO of their site and charge an extra $100 for that. There's lots of options here. Okay, but with that being said, and with all these options, I don't want you to overcomplicate this. This is a very, very simple strategy that you can actually use to go from basically zero to easily $100 a day, I'd say, if you actually implement and you're out there actively outreaching and you're landing clients. You saw by some of the stories I shared with you earlier from inside our Facebook group, some of the success stories, that people are actually implementing this. They are actually seeing good results with it. Of course, these are exceptional results. These people went out there, they worked their butts off, they took action, but I would love to see you do the same and go out there and get some killer results with it too. And hopefully I've given you all the pieces you need now to go out there and do that, and hopefully you feel confident. I would encourage you to go out there and start learning this stuff and playing with WordPress. But if you did enjoy this video, I would encourage you to check this one out too, because you'll love this one. It's a killer method. And if you're not subscribed to me, please subscribe, tick the bell notification icon, because I've got some more to share with you coming up soon. With that being said, I am Paul James signing off. I will see you in another video. Peace out.